The more I've been reading about the terrorist attacks that Israel carried out in Lebanon, the more one question kept popping into my mind, which was, why that date? Because as I waded through the distastefully orgasmic coverage by Western media of these terror attacks, somehow I doubt that they used the words ingenious, well-crafted, audacious to describe the perpetrators of 9/11. The more I realized that this took months to do. It was something that needed to be carefully planned because they interfered with the supply chains of a lot of products that were of use not only by members of Hezbollah, but by members of civil society. This has to be the consequence of months upon months of observation and of tinkering with international supply chains. And then I noticed something when I finished reading an article, is that at the bottom of the article there was a list of news rankings from the most popular to the least popular. And guess what was consistently at the bottom of that list being pushed down by news regarding the terrorist attacks in Lebanon? Potentially the biggest victory that Palestine has ever had in the United Nations. Because in case you're not aware, the United Nations General Assembly voted overwhelmingly on a non-binding measure that would force Israel to relinquish all of the territories that they currently hold within a year. And this was within a whole raft of measures that including Israel paying compensation for the lands and the property that they stole. When I said that the vote was overwhelming in numbers, it was overwhelming. 24 countries voted in favor of this, with only 14 voting against and 43 abstaining. And I know that this is a non-binding measure. I know that this is going to be voted down in the Security Council by the United States. But it's also the vast majority of countries of the world saying with one voice, we are not going to take this anymore. And you have a deadline. It means that all of the diplomatic gains that Israel has made since 1982 in their disastrous invasion of Lebanon have been lost. And that the country is a pariah state, whose only supporter of Heft that dares to vote openly against Palestine is the United States. Because all of the rest of the Western countries either voted for or abstained. Now, the terror attack in Lebanon happened at 3:30 p.m., which means that it was 8:30 BST in New York. And if you want to influence the flow of news, 8:30 in New York is a really important time because not only does it capture news readers in the eastern coast of the country, it also captures people waking up in Central Time and in Pacific Time. So if you want to overwhelm a country with news, those are the timings that you pick. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't other reasons why this terror attack happened. Netanyahu is trying to bait Hezbollah into an open warfare so that they continue taking over the state. They're trying to distract from the occupation of the West Bank. They're trying to draw attention away from the fact that they have 80,000 people that they moved from the areas that are bordering Lebanon, and that at this moment, an Israeli government that is creaking financially, socially, and politically is having to reassure, to feed, and to house. But I think the timing of this was not innocent. Which leads me to feel a twinge of hope, that I hope you feel as well. No matter the atrocities that they're doing at this moment, no matter the attempts of breaking the morale of Palestinians, of Lebanese people, of all of the people around the world that are showing solidarity, it is not working. This isn't a show of power, this is a show of despair, of a country and their leadership that are trying everything because they don't have anything else to lose. I mean, they do. They just don't know it yet. So although it's dark, take heart. We're getting there.